And then we're leaving, and so we have a whole car, but we still have a case, and then we leave Monday. We can't take that. We can't take it on the plane. Yeah, I totally. That's awesome. Thank you so much.
Now arriving from a trip around Walt Disney's Magic Kingdom. Passengers will stand by to board.
Hi there, folks. Welcome aboard the Disneyland Railroad. For your safety, please remain seated, keeping your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the train at all times. Parents, please supervise your children, making sure they are all seated away from the train openings or on your lap. Our next stop is going to be New Orleans Square Station, gateway to Adventureland, Frontierland, Critter Country, and also closest stop to Star Wars Galaxy's Edge.
Welcome aboard the Disneyland Railroad. We're embarking on a grand circle tour of the Magic Kingdom. We'll be stopping at New Orleans Square, Mickey's Toontown, and Tomorrowland. We'll also visit the Grand Canyon and make a trip back in time to the primeval world and the age of the dinosaurs before returning to Main Street Station. As we begin our journey, remember that for a safe trip, you need to stay seated, keeping your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the train. And please watch your children.
Bienvenidos a bordo de Disneyland Railroad. Para su seguridad, permanezca sentado y mantenga las manos, brazos, pies y piernas dentro del tren y cuide a los pequeños. Gracias.
Our first stop is New Orleans Square Station. But to get there, we need to pass through the wilds of Adventureland. It may seem peaceful through here, but trust me, it's a real jungle out there. Literally. So be on the lookout. You just never know what might be lurking along the rails. Just ahead is New Orleans Square Station. This station also serves Frontierland and Critter Country. If you'll be leaving us here, please remain seated until the train comes to a complete stop. Then watch your step as you're getting on. For those of you continuing on with us, we'll be resuming our trip in just a moment. This is New Orleans Square Station, New Orleans Square.
Your destination to Adventureland, Frontierland, Critter Country, and also your closest stop to Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. When the train stops and you're leaving us here, please watch your step as the steps and floor are very slippery. Thank you folks and welcome to the Bayou. safety, please remain seated, keeping your hands on feet and legs inside the train at all times. Parents, please supervise your children, making sure they are all seated away from the train openings or on your lap. Our next stop is Mickey's Big Town Depot, gateway to Fantasyland.
To those just joining us, welcome aboard the Disneyland Railroad. To ensure a safe ride, stay seated with your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the train. And please watch your kids.
Para su seguridad, permanezca sentado y mantenga las manos, brazos, pies y piernas dentro del tren y cuide a los pequeños. Gracias.
We're now entering Splash Mountain, rumored to be the location of the one and only Laughing Place. It wouldn't feel hard, just like fun. It's where the critters are celebrating a zipping doo-dah day. Speaking of critters, this place we're passing over is home to a whole bunch of them. Here in Critter Winnie the Pooh, Tigger, Brer Rabbit, and Brer Bear on their fun-filled adventures.
Are you ready to get off? You went on it when you were a baby.
As we steam past Hungry Bear Restaurant, past Alfo's Amusement Parks, we're now joining up with the Rivers of America and entering the frontiers of looked more than a century and a half ago. This is my favorite part of the journey. Around every bend, there's natural beauty as far as the eye can see. There is the revered Indian shaman, sharing his stories with those in the Great River Valley below. People like you have been riding these rails since the 1800s, traveling through nature's wonderland in a matter of days, rather than the months it used to take by mule or stagecoach. Steam power not only fuels these iron horses, but the dreams of a whole new generation as it moved west into this great frontier. Of course, some of those dreams and the stories that went with them were pretty darn wild and downright unbelievable, like on Big Thunder Mountain, where I hear that mysterious spirits have grabbed hold of those mining trains and turned them into the wildest ride in the wilderness. Toontown Depot is also the gateway to Fantasyland, where you'll find many of your favorite Disney animated characters and stories. If you're leaving us here, please wait until the train comes to a full stop. Remember your personal belongings, then step carefully from the train. Have fun, and say hi to Mickey and Minnie for me.
As we arrive at Excursion Depot, please remain seated until the train comes to a full and complete stop within the station. This is going to be your destination once again to all things Fantasyland, including your advanced flight and Hawaiian Adventure, King Arthur's Garrison, the Matthews Party, Adventure Toad's Wild Ride, Sleeping Beauty's Castle, and more. Welcome to Fantasyland. Watch this video. Alright folks, good news. We're now on our way to Tomorrowland, so please remain seated, keeping your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the train at all times. Parents, please supervise your children, making sure they are all seated away from the train opening door on your left. Our next stop is going to be Tomorrowland, but don't worry, I promise we're going to get there today.
Hello everyone! Thanks for joining us on the Disneyland Railroad. For a safe ride, remember to stay seated with your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the train. And please watch your kids.
¿Qué tal amigos y bienvenidos a bordo? Para su seguridad, permanezca sentado y mantenga las manos, brazos, pies y piernas dentro del tren y cuide a los pequeños. Gracias.
As we leave Toontown Depot, we get a real nice view of the happiest land of them all, Fantasyland. You can see people stepping onto It's a Small World just below us. And, off in the distance, majestic Matterhorn Mountain. Steaming forward into the future to a land inspired by visions of tomorrow, both practical and imagined. Here you'll find rocket ships and star speeders in the entire Western Hemisphere, gliding above Disneyland since 1959. Below the monorail and us are the fun-filled roadways of the Autopia. Drivers of all ages can get behind the wheel of these cars. No experience or license required. If you're into soaring spaceships or doing battle with evil empires and emperors, Tomorrowland is definitely the place for you. Speaking of which, We're pulling into Tomorrowland Station right now. If you're leaving us here, just stay seated until we come to a full stop. Gather your belongings, including lightsabers and astroblasters, and step carefully from the train. Thanks, and have fun in the future. For the rest of you, just sit tight. We'll be on our way again in just a minute.
As we arrive at Tomorrowland, everyone, please remain seated until the train comes to a full and complete stop within the station. It's going to be your destination to Autopia, Space Mountain, Star Tours, Powered by your Astro Blasters, the Astro Orbiter, Finding Nemo's Submarine Voyage, the monorail, and of course, means of planning. Once again, please remain seated until the train comes to a full stop, and welcome to the future. And also, please watch your step as you exit from the floor and steps are very slippery.
The Grand Canyon is divided in the world. Stop at Main Street Station. On your
Interception? Oh no, they got it?
Welcome aboard the Disneyland Railroad. For your safety, everyone, please remain seated, keeping your hands on feet and legs in on the train at all times. Parents, please supervise your children, making sure they are all seated away from the train openings or on your lap. Our next stop, Main Street, USA, but on our way, we'll make a small detour through the Grand Canyon and a trip back in time to the primeval world. Once we enter the magical tunnel up ahead, there will be no more flash pictures or video lighting allowed, and we kindly ask that you turn off all light and noise. However, we do encourage you to take as many pictures and videos as you like. Now let's enjoy this trip back in time.
To those who have just come aboard, welcome. The next leg of our journey will take us from the fantastic world of the future to the breathtaking beauty of nature's own design, the Grand Canyon. For your safety, stay seated with your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the train. Watch your children and...
Para su seguridad, permanezca sentado y mantenga las manos, brazos, pies y piernas dentro del tren y cuide a los pequeños. Por favor, no tome fotografías con flash.
Today. But it wasn't always this way. Now, let's travel back in time, way back in time, to the fantastic past of the primeval world, land of the dinosaurs. us here, stay in your seat until we come to a full stop. Remember to gather all your personal belongings and step carefully from the train. I'd especially like to thank those of you who've been with me for the Grand Circle Tour of Disneyland. We hope you enjoyed your travels with us and that you'll come back to ride with us again real soon. For those of you staying with us, we'll be on our way again in just a few minutes. This is Main Street Station, Main Street, USA.
No ramps and no elevators, so please keep your strollers folded until you reach the bottom of the stage. Thank you and welcome to Main Street, USA.
Excursion 3 is still holding at Main Street.
Alright, so it looks like that delay has been resolved. I know, but I can do it. Your children.
Hold on just a second. Hold!
Alright, that's just fine. Make sure you roll over. Everything's wrong. It's going to be New Orleans. New Orleans is going to be your destination for Adventureland, Frontierland, Critter Country, and open your focus on Star Wars Galaxy's Edge.
There's a branch, there's a pretty large branch that's probably going over. We're gonna go get we're good to operate, and then we're gonna get a train in a few minutes. So we're gonna go head for everyone one. Not now. When the comes back. I don't need to wait for them again, right? Is he on the train? Yeah. Is he on the train? Oh, boy!
Alright, third time the charm, they say, that we make speed once again. And don't be the next train. They go to the next stop. Go on.
Square, Yankees Toontown, and Tomorrowland. We'll also visit the Grand Canyon and make a trip back in time to the primeval world and the age of the
Bye,
dinosaurs
Russ.
before returning to Main Street Station.
Disneyland Railroad. Para su seguridad, permanezca sentado y mantenga las manos, brazos, pies y piernas dentro del tren y cuide a los pequeños. Gracias.
Our first stop is New Orleans Square Station, but to get there, we need to pass through the wilds of Adventureland. It may seem peaceful through here, but trust me, it's a real jungle out there, literally. So be on the lookout. You just never know what might be lurking along the rails. Just ahead is New Orleans Square Station. This station also serves Frontierland and Critter Country. If you'll be leaving us here, please remain safe until the train comes to a complete stop. Then watch the step as you're getting on. For those of you continuing on with us, we'll be resuming our trip in just a moment.
Splash Mountain, Haunted Mansion, Pirates of the Caribbean, Jungle Cruise, Rise of the Resistance, and many more.
There is the revered Indian shaman sharing his stories with those in the great river valley below. People like you have been riding these rails since the 1800s, traveling through nature's wonderland in a matter of days, rather than the months it used to take by mule or stagecoach. Steam power not only fueled these iron horses, but the dreams of a whole new generation as it moved west into this great frontier. Of course, some of those dreams, and the stories that went with them, were pretty darn wild and downright unbelievable. Like on Big Thunder Mountain, where I hear that mysterious spirits have grabbed hold of those mining trains and turned them into the wildest ride in the wilderness.
Welcome aboard the Disneyland Railroad. We are currently on Holiday 5. Please remain fully seated, keeping our hands, arms, feet, and legs to the train. Parents, provide your children, keeping them away from any train accidents. You know, adventure in the last 6 weeks. Step ahead, we're going to be moving into the future. And Tomorrowland. Don't worry about it.
Inside the train, and please watch your kids.
¿Qué tal, amigos? Y bienvenidos a bordo. Para su seguridad, permanezca sentado y mantenga las manos, brazos, pies y piernas dentro del tren y cuide a los pequeños. Gracias.
As we leave Toontown Depot, we get a real nice view of the happiest land of them all, Fantasyland. You can see people stepping onto It's a Small World just below us. And, off in the distance, majestic Matterhorn Mountain. Square Station. This station also serves Frontierland and Critter Country. If you'll be leaving us here, please remain seated until the train comes to a complete stop. Then watch your steps as you're getting on. For those of you continuing on with us, we'll be resuming our trip in just a moment. This is New Orleans Square Station, New Orleans Square. Indian shaman, sharing his stories with those in the great river valley below. People like you have been riding these rails since the 1800s, traveling through nature's wonderland in a matter of days, rather than the months it used to take by mule or stagecoach. Steam power not only fueled these iron horses, but the dreams of a whole new generation as it moved west into this great frontier. Of course, some of those dreams, and the stories that went with them, were pretty darn wild and downright unbelievable. Like on Big mysterious spirits have grabbed hold of those mining trains and turned them into the wildest ride in the wilderness. Signals our transition from the frontier to another kind of gear, the ones you'll find on Mickey and Minnie Mouse. Our next stop is Toontown Depot, official train station for Mickey's Toontown, the cartoon home where Mickey, Minnie, and all their friends live. Toontown Depot is also the gateway to Fantasyland, where you'll find many of your favorite Disney animated characters and stories. If you're leaving us here, please wait until the train comes to a full stop. Remember your personal belongings, then step carefully from the train. Have fun, and say hi to Mickey and Minnie for me. Those of you continuing on with us, we'll be resuming our trip in just a moment. This is Toontown Depot, Mickey's.
We are now arriving at Mickey's Toontown Depot. As a reminder, please remain until the train comes away from a complete stop. Once again, this is your destination for all Fantasyland attractions. We do ask that you move all the way down the benches so we can fit more guests on.